Affordable gaming laptops that are actually worth it are hard to come by, especially if you want to play modern AAA titles on the go. A gaming laptop with a GTX 1060 in the $650 range? Yeah, they exist, but one with an RTX 2060 for that price? Oh yeah, let's get into it. My name is Chris, this is Coalition Gaming, and today I'll be your computer technician. Gateway. Yeah, you heard me right. Seeing the Gateway box, hearing the Gateway name, it's all definitely a throwback. I used to work in retail consumer electronics and I saw so many of these come through our doors. So yeah, this really takes me back. Anyways, I was tagged on Twitter a while back being asked about gaming laptops on a budget. Someone else responded leaking this Gateway laptop for $650 and I was shocked when I saw the specs. So let's go over that. This laptop is Gateway Creator Series model GWTN156-3BK and comes with an Intel i5-10300H 4-core 8-thread CPU with a base clock of 2.5 GHz and a max turbo of 4.5 GHz, an RTX 2060 6GB dedicated graphics card, a 256GB nvme SSD, 8GB of RAM, and importantly, a 1080p 120Hz screen. An interesting gimmick here is that the specs say that the screen and speakers are tuned by THX. All I can hope is that this means the screen is more accurate and the speakers sound good. I guess we'll see, or hear. Going over the I/O and other stuff on the laptop, we have an HD front camera. However, it's on the bottom of the monitor, so it's more of a chin cam than a face cam. Come on, chin cam. They could have put it at the top. All right, here we go. A battery life rating of 5 hours, one HDMI port, 2 mini display ports, a USB Type-C port that supports data transfer and charging, 2 USB 3.1 Type-A ports, a micro SD card slot, Bluetooth 5.1, a built-in microphone, and a weight of about 4 pounds. Additionally, the dimensions of this laptop are actually kind of nice. It's not too thick, but it also isn't some kind of ultra thin laptop either, which makes sense for its price point and the specs. This laptop measures 14.2 inches by 9.7 inches by 0.8 inches. That 0.8 inches thick is actually kind of impressive in my opinion. So I jumped on this because my current gaming laptop before buying this one, of course, was an HP Omen 15 with an i7 7700HQ, 16 gigs of RAM, a 512GB nvme SSD, and a 1TB hard drive. Downside of this one is that it only uses a 60Hz screen, and even worse, well, for gaming, since this is actually great for productivity, is that the screen on it is 4K. All powered by a 1050 Ti. Needless to say, I would play everything at 1080p, either medium or low settings. Games like Call of Duty Warzone struggled to maintain 60 FPS on low, but other games were mostly fine. I had gotten this HP Omen for free, but it had a bad motherboard, which eventually cost me a total of $500 to get it properly repaired. Still a good deal, but $650 for a laptop with a 2060, sign me up. But wait, the Gateway still needs some love, and thanks to an open M.2 slot and an open RAM slot, I pulled over the 512GB NVMe drive and one of the 8GB RAM sticks from the HP Omen, and now the Gateway has 16 gigs of RAM and a lot more storage. Let's hit those benchmarks. The metal casing of the laptop does get decently warm, but the keyboard area actually stays surprisingly cool in comparison. Oh, by the way, this isn't some flimsy plastic case laptop either. It feels decently built for what it is, and it's mostly metal. The metal getting hot is actually a good thing, as it can help sink the heat away from the components. What's important is where it gets hot, and fortunately this seems to not get as hot where your hands go, but instead it gets hot elsewhere. Works for me. Speaking of heat, I saw the CPU reach a max peak of 89°C, and to my surprise, the GPU peak around 76°C. Not bad at all. The laptop itself, like any gaming laptop, can get decently loud when under a heavy load. When the fans ramp up to max to keep things under control, it hums along, but the THX tuned speakers do a good enough job of being loud enough to not be drowned out by the fans. I feel like they are kind of tinny though. You might have noticed my laptop stand. I'd figure anyone with a gaming laptop would try to use a solution to keep the thing breathing well, be it like a fan pad or something like that. And that's what this helps accomplish in a small portable package. I'll have it linked down in the description below. Also, the speakers on this laptop are bottom firing, so the stand also helps with that. This laptop intakes air from the bottom with a lot of cutouts to help it breathe, which this laptop stand also helps with that as well. The exhaust comes out of the side vents on both sides of the laptop. Something I was worried about was the response time of the monitor, with Notebook Check saying it was something like 38 ms, but in practice, the screen looks good for gaming, seems to work pretty well, and you know, that's just my opinion on it. It was responsive to me, got the job done for me. Notebook Check also reports the screen isn't very color accurate though. So for a laptop labeled as Creator Series, doing any kind of color correction work with it probably isn't the best idea. Having the updated NVENC though, this laptop does have the capability to be able to stream pretty decently, so that's nice. But don't use the built-in chin cam. Nobody will want to look at your double chin, or mine. So for $650, in my opinion, this thing was an insane deal. I'll be able to sell my old laptop to make up a good chunk of what I spent on this one, so that's nice. But the default configuration leaves a little bit to be desired in terms of storage and RAM. It comes with a single 8GB stick, so that means single channel, which also isn't ideal. Throw a second 8GB stick of RAM in it, most which go for about 30 bucks, and you're in business. Expanding the storage is also kind of mandatory, especially if you want to play Warzone. A 512GB NVMe drive goes for about $50, and well, there you go. I'll leave some links down in the description below. Unfortunately, this deal was rather fleeting. The morning after I bought it, it went back up to $850, and the last time I checked, it's back to normal price of $999. I can't recommend it at those prices, but with Black Friday and other holiday deals right around the corner, you may want to bookmark this page because there is a good chance you'll see it back at $650. Do you have a gaming laptop? What are the specs? What do you think of this deal? Drop a comment down below. Let's talk about it. Hopefully you found this video informative, entertaining, useful, or helpful. If you liked it, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button and that bell. And remember, I stream every Friday to Twitch at twitch.tv/Coalition Gaming Crew, Fridays 8 p.m. Pacific. Feel free to stop by, drop a follow, and let's talk some tech. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, also, there's other videos. You want to check out our related videos over here? Check some of them out. We got a bunch of cool stuff, other reviews, builds, stream tips, all sorts of stuff. You gonna click one? You should click one. You didn't click one. I knew you weren't gonna click one.